Now you can have about as much fun with the leftovers for Christmas as you can with the dinner itself. Now I've got one little trick that I do, and this is when I've got a group of people, not just, you know, a few of us. I give, because I'm normally got a big leg of ham and normally a whole turkey, I give everyone a parcel of food to take home, wrapped up in foil, with some bread if I've got it left over, so they can make themselves a sandwich. I'm not saying I give them 3 tons, but I give everyone a little parcel, which is a lovely idea. But if that's not the case, say for example, there's just a couple of you, these turkey breasts are quite good. This is from Ingham's, and it's just 1 turkey breast. It's a little larger than that because I've been eating it, haven't I? But you still got some leftovers, haven't you? So let's start thinking about what a few things we can do with the leftovers. Of course you make sandwiches the first day. That's the best thing. Love a good sandwich of ham or turkey or anything like that with a good chutney. I've actually baked some sweet potato and some normal potato and some pumpkin, but I've baked them still in the skin because then it's not too mushy. If you boil it and try to make this hash, what happens is it'll fall apart. So I've got some pumpkin there, I've got some potato, and I've got some sweet potato. And I'm just mashing it. If you've got some leftover roast veggies, of course you can use those. So we'll just mash that up. But you can see it's a lot firmer. Now, if you boiled it, it'd be really, really sloppy and it wouldn't work. It'd work, but not as well. To that, I'm then going to add a little bit of sauteed cabbage, just with some bacon and some onion. Of course you can leave the bacon out if you like. I'll leave some of that behind. I've done some extra because I'm going to put it underneath this lovely little hash. Then the turkey, we're just going to dice some. Of course you could use ham for this, I don't mind. Nice and neat and even and, you know, all the good things. But this is nice for, you know, a small quantity. You know, if this is you and your wife, husband and partner and whoever. Those turkey breasts are lovely. We throw that in, we add 1 egg. Even though you've most probably seasoned everything reasonably well, just a little bit of extra, doesn't hurt. And I'll also add some pepper. We'll just mix that up. Mix it in really well so that the egg is mixed right through it. And let's put a pan on here, just a nice small pan, because I'm just going to seal it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it into the oven, which is the easiest way to do it. Cooks evenly. Now this is sort of an American hash or a Hewitson variation, I have to be very honest, because the American hash often is not served like this, which is more like a bubble and squeak, isn't it? And then we just dust it in the flour, press it down, make sure it's reasonably neat, and then into our pan, which should have a bit of heat. Now I'm only doing 1 at this stage, but of course there's enough for 2. I bought some really nice ham just from one of the shops here. This is ham off the bone, and I've made some crepes, and we just grab that. Quite a bit of cheese there, a little bit of cream on top, and we wrap it up. And what will happen with that, which is lovely, the cream and the cheese will form a lovely sauce. So a bit more on top and repeat the process. Now just out of interest, you could also do prawns in that. I've actually served that in restaurants. Just flip over beautifully. Oh, you know I've called it a hash, but it's more like a bubble and squeak, isn't it? Like my mum used to make with all the leftover bits. Now that goes into the oven and that will cook, and we finish this. So you've got a couple of nice crepes there, and that also goes in the oven. This is an old-fashioned one. I've done this in restaurants, but not with turkey actually. I've normally done it a really nice ham steak. Piece of turkey there, a couple of pieces of pineapple on top, and as you saw, I put a bit of pineapple juice in there just to make sure it doesn't stick. Cheese on top, also into the oven. Now what I've got here is a chipotle. Now that's a chipotle pepper in adobo. You can buy that. Now I will put that into a nice container. It'll last for ages in the fridge. And I've just mixed some with some mayonnaise. So I'm doing a Monte Cubano. You know what that is, don't you? A Cuban sandwich, which are very popular in Cuba, obviously. Actually, when I say they're very popular in Cuba, they're more popular in Miami. They love them in Miami. And to that we then add Now I've shown you how to make these lovely cucumber pickles with a bit of spice to them. I've shown you those on the YouTube, so you can look those up. So spiced cucumber pickles, quite a few of those. Some sliced turkey, some ham as well. Did you see that movie Chef? I loved it. And he made Monte Cubano, didn't he? Right, on top of that, we put a really nice layer of Dijon mustard. I don't know whether his sandwiches were anything like this. On top of that, good amount of cheese. Let's grab the butter and butter that right to the edges and really do squeeze it down, and do it on the other side. One of these sandwich presses, put it in, and away we go. And just while we're waiting, let's talk about a wine. Now, this to me, without exception, is the most underrated, underpriced wine in Australia. The Tabilk Massan is a ripper. Why more people don't buy it, I will never know, because it is so blasted cheap. If you wanted a red, I reckon a Beaujolais, a lightly chilled Beaujolais would be lovely. All right, guys, we're looking pretty good here. I am going to add a dollop of chutney to that at some stage. And if you liked, if you're feeling real fancy, you could always put a fried egg on top. Oh, it looks good. Eat your heart out, chef. Nearly as good as yours. Oh, look at that. So that's my Monte Cubano, a ham and cheese crepes, and my turkey steak. I suppose you'd call it turkey steak, wouldn't you? So my turkey steak with the pineapple and grilled cheese. I'll grab a little bit of chutney to go with that. What more do you need? That is good takeaway tucker.